Hi, everyone. It's nice to be with you. In this little talk and video release, we'll be exploring our goals, especially when it comes to abundance, and our resistance to them and how to release that. And generally, resistance can be a huge obstacle, not just with our goals, but it affects every part of our life. To some degree, as long as we feel like we're a separate individual, then we resist everything else. In other words, when we feel like I'm here and everything else is there, it's a little bit of a threat, and there's resistance to the actual separation or the appearance of separation. And so resistance is something that we all tend to live with and just assume there's nothing we can do about it. And yet resistance can be released. And this is especially true when it comes to our resistance to abundance, our resistance to wealth, our resistance to having, being, and doing whatever we will or desire. And this resistance takes many different forms. We're just going to explore one of those forms in this recording or in this session, since some of you are watching live. But if you allow yourself to let go of the resistance to abundance, then immediately you'll feel better and you're much more likely to take productive action to create abundance. And there's at least an appearance and sometimes an actual effect of the obstacles that appear to be outside of you dissolving. And you're basically clearing the runway to have your goals. Now, resistance, as I said, can take many forms, but one of the forms that it takes is apparently moving forward with the brakes on. And I think you know what I mean. Have you ever started a project really gung-ho and then at a certain point you've had enough and you put the brakes on? Do you ever feel like even the things you'd like to do, you're not fully engaging in, you're holding back? You're not just being fully present with what's happening? Have you ever felt like, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing it anyway? And there are many other ways it appears. But the brake analogy is a very good analogy because if you drive a car, or you've ever driven a car, you know that if you have the brakes on and the accelerator at the same time, you may inch your way forward, but there's a lot of wear and tear in the system. So we'll be talking more about all of this on the Financial Liberation and Resistance Elimination, basically, course that we'll be holding soon. But for right now, let's get into an exploration of releasing resistance around abundance. So in this moment, could you just simply pause or stop and notice what is? And or just simply be what you are. This is actually something you don't actually need to do, but putting attention on it sometimes causes a sense of openness and relaxation. And then check to see where you're putting the brakes on in your life in general, but specifically when it comes to money and abundance and having your goals. And whatever's come to mind, Could you just simply welcome or allow it? Is it welcomed or allowed? Is that what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of the feeling of resistance? Could you just set it free? Let it go. Allow it to unravel. Could you take your foot off the brake? Would you? When? And then could you just simply notice that just by releasing the feeling of resistance, there's less holdback, less hesitation, less wear and tear on the system, even just from doing it a little. But let's do it a few more times. Again, allow yourself to focus on wealth or abundance or any goal, and check to see if you have the brakes on in any way, where there's a holdback, a pulling away. And could you just welcome how that feels? Could you just allow it? Is that welcomed or allowed? Is that what's apparently happening? And then if there's still any sense of having the brakes on, any sense of resistance, could you let it go? Just could you? Would you? When? And then could you ease your foot off the brakes? And sometimes it feels just like a constriction within your body, or a vice almost around your mind. So could you just let that drop away, dissolve, unravel? And could you just be open at least to the possibility that wealth, abundance, and whatever goal you have can be attained, is available, as best you can. And again, could you allow yourself to focus on that same goal or any other goal where there's some resistance, and also check to see if there's still some sense of having your foot on the brake when it comes to the goal or it comes to wealth or abundance. And if so, could you just simply welcome or allow that? Is it welcomed or allowed? Is it what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you just allow that feeling of resistance, that feeling of having your foot on the brake, or your body being the brake, or your mind being the brake? And could you just let it go? Allow it to unravel. Allow it to dissolve. Would you? When? And then could you just simply embrace or welcome or open to abundance, wealth, financial liberation, and having your goals as best you can? And let's run through this one more time. Allow yourself to think of a goal that you have, or just simply focus on wealth or abundance or finances. Investing money, having money, earning money, spending money. There could be resistance around any or all of that. There could be a sense of having the brakes on around any or all of that. And if there is, could that be welcomed? Could you just allow it? Is that what's apparently happening? And then as best you can, just for now, could you let that go? Just could you? Could you allow it to unravel or dissolve or melt? Could you let go of blocking as best you can? Would you? When? And then could you welcome or allow abundance, wealth, ease around money and wealth, around your goals? And could you also be open at least to the possibility that ease is what is natural, that freedom is what is already, that boundlessness is already. That this is already the essence of abundance. The essence of financial liberation. Okay, good. So you might want to listen to this a few more times or watch it a few more times so that you can get the full benefit out of it. If you'd like to go further, we're doing the financial liberation and dissolving not dissolving abundance, dissolving resistance course soon. So I highly encourage you to participate. We're going to have 12 sessions where we'll be focusing on a different aspect of how resistance blocks our goals and our wealth and abundance, and how to release that effectively, joyously, and fun. And plus, the course is set up so that each session stands on its own, and you can listen to it over and over again. And then it also is set up so that you can go through the course once it's done on any particular goal. So it will be useful to you over a long period of time. So again, I just highly I highly urge you to participate and gain the full benefit of the course that we're having soon. So thanks for watching. Thank you for releasing. Thank you for being you. And that's all for now. Bye-bye.